Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chine. Let's get into day 8, I think, of Diddy's trial. Kid Cudi is up, and Kaplan is up, and he wants immunity because he has flipped. Child, this is George Kaplan, and he has asked for immunity, right? And I want to say pleaded the fifth at some point, but he said that he would set up the hotel rooms in LA, New York, and Miami, and sometimes he had to do it at an hour's notice. He said in the hotel bags that he would set up would be clothes, candles, liquor, baby oil, Astroglide. He said, I just tried to create the bag. So they were asking him to get on the stand, and did he carry cash for Mr. Combs? He said 50 grand on his private jet, and he would get like $10,000 from Western Union from his Combs Enterprises. And then they asked him, what long-term relationship of Mr. Combs were you aware of? He said Cassie, Kim, and Gina. Who is Kim? The mother of his children. Cassie, a girlfriend. Gina, another girlfriend. And they went on here to say the jet flight to Las Vegas. What was the layout of the jet? Four chairs, a partition. I had partial view over my right shoulder. Child, that's a lot. They doing it. So they continue and they ask him, when you witnessed violence by Mr. Combs on Miss Ventura, why didn't you intervene? He was worried about his career. Then the AUSA asked, after the last glass breaking, what did Mr. Combs do? He said he came forward. Cassie stayed in the back. He asked me to get creams to conceal the bruising on her face. How did you pay for it? He said the corporate credit card. Then he was asked, why did you leave Combs Enterprises? He said, I didn't think I should be covering things up like buying witch hazel. Also, my father had prostate cancer. Any of violence? He said he threw things at Gina in the entryway of the main home on Star Island. Just crazy. Then he was asked, like, what did he throw? Green apples. How hard? Very hard. Later took the medicine bag into their room. Mr. Combs wanted me to leave quickly. Then what? Kaplan said, I heard Gina at the gate in a male voice. He said, who? He said, oh, security. Then the AUSA asked, when you left, what did you do? He said, I collected myself, then went to work for an integrated marketing firm. Now, he had done all of this and went back to a marketing firm with that on your mind. Then when he was cross-examined, Combs' lawyer was like, why did you go to work for Combs Enterprise? He said he was an incredible entrepreneur. I have learned from him. What did Brian do as a COO? Ensuring profitability of each unit. So this is talking about the launch of Revolt, right? Where they were in New York on 1710 Broadway. He said it was a momentous time. There was a lot of diversity. Puffy wanted to focus on African Americans. And I don't know who Blue Flame is, but they were doing marketing for Ciroc. Diego, they own Johnny Walker and others. So Diddy was having all of his like liquor meetings when he was dealing with Ciroc and all of that. So George Kaplan was there for that. Then he was asked, your job, what was it? He said, for example, Mr. Combs would say, we're going to leave the house. He meant 3 to 5 minutes. I had to check the list for the bags and toiletries. It was a bad look in me if something wasn't there. It was a bad look on him if something wasn't there. So he was Diddy's assistant. So right here they talk about Kaplan's job really with Diddy, right? You ran an offsite training, a graduate from Harvard Business School, also Kenny Burns. He said he remembered. He asked, was he effective? Kaplan said, I worked hard. He said, I don't know how you answered this. Was it good or bad? He said it was complicated. Then he said, the lawyer said, he didn't need to yell at you when you brought 2 waters. He said, I worked hard. So Puffy was probably so mean to this man. Oh my goodness. And then he said, okay, who was Biggie? He's a huge rapper who passed away. Wasn't his birthday a holiday at Combs Enterprises? He said, yes. So then he was talking about the work environment. The lawyer was like, was it a creative environment? And Kaplan was like, absolutely. It attracted all kinds of creative people, lawyers, musicians, advertising people. And then the lawyer was like, a few specific questions. You used a corporate card? He said, yes. And then he was like, how did Mr. Combs pay? Kaplan said KK held his wallet with a black Amex in it. The lawyer said, you have no reason to think he kept track of how baby oil was paid for. He said, no reason. Or applesauce. He loves applesauce. Child, clearly Diddy loves applesauce, because the lawyer was like, on cheeseburgers. He said on everything. And then the lawyer was like, let's talk about the plane. You heard glass breaking. You didn't see it? He said, I didn't see it. And the lawyer said, the incident with Gina, you walk into the house, there's a thin table. He said, I don't know. Then the lawyer asked, you don't remember how a person could get out of the gate at Two Star Island? He said, no, I just heard screaming and commotion. And then he was asked, screams of terror, or how can I open the gate? He said, I don't know. I don't know how to distinguish between the two. So that was 7 minutes ago, like 45 minutes ago when I screenshotted it. So this is what's going on with Kaplan right now. I'll be back with something else. Okay, I'm back. So the lawyer asked Kaplan, was he ever threatened by Diddy? And he said no. And then he talks about Kim Porter, how Diddy respected her. They had incredible kids. Then right here, he goes back to him setting up the hotel rooms, right? He said there was no baby oil, right? He said there were lotions. And he said, why did you clean up the rooms afterwards? He said hotel staff would sell pictures. Everyone wants a payday. Then the lawyer was like, you sent him a photo of him and Kim Porter. And he said, after she passed away, I was heartbroken for him. And then he asked, you were close? He said, I invited her to my wedding and I didn't hear back. They said, objection. Child, the people was shocked when Kaplan said that he invited him to the wedding and he didn't hear back. They said, objection, surprised looks, and then asked, do you respect him? You respected him? He said, yes. So then the lawyer's like, what's this photo of? He said, me, KK, Mr. Combs at Teterboro Airport. He just got the jet. That's why there's champagne. So then he was like, you're happy here, right? No. Refresh it. It's that I was glad I had found the mascara in the back seat. What? They found you and subpoenaed you. He said, I had to retain counsel right after. No further questions. Redirect. Which incidents shook you? So, child, he said the incidents that shook him were the plane with Cassie, when the glass situation, and him throwing apples at Gina. And then George went on to say, I feel guilty. I didn't do anything after the incident with Cassie on the plane. And then the AUSA said, but you said you didn't see any injuries. He said, you don't have to see injuries to know people are injured. All right. He said the way he threw at the apples at Gina, it was troubling. So then the AUSA asked, you told Miss Karam about both incidents? He said, yes. And I told her I am unwilling to stand behind the behavior, that I was quitting. Did Christina say she would quit? He said no. The AUSA was like, how long did she stay after you told her? He said until recent. Child, now Kid Cudi's on the stand with his jeans and his jacket and his white t-shirt. He is explaining who he is and identifying Cassie in a photo. And then he said they dated in 2011 and she was also involved with Sean Combs. He knew that they had had some problems in their relationship and they were no longer dating. In December of 2011, did law enforcement respond to your home? Kid Cudi said, yes, I had a break-in. Cassie called me at 5:30 or 6 a.m. She said Sean Combs had found out about us. She asked me to pick her up, so I did. Yeah, why? He said because she was worried. The AUSA said, what was her demeanor? He said, Kid Cudi said, very stressed and worried. And then he was asked, where did you go? He said, the Sunset Marquee. Why? Kid Cudi said, I thought it was safe, off the radar. Child, this is a lot. So Kid Cudi is just now on the stand. I just got this like 5 minutes ago. So we're going to continue on to see what he has to say. I'll be back. Bye, y'all.